Hello and welcome back, everybody. It's me, Cole, bringing you another Dawn of War 2 Retribution cast. Today we have on the red side WN Thunder and WN PaperBag versus Ushi, Protomate, and GHG PureEvil. Thunder is playing the Tech Marine today, PaperBag playing the Inquisitor, PureEvil playing the Apothecary, and Protomate playing the Warlock. So let's see what interesting is going to happen today, and it's going to be a very interesting match. I actually had the pleasure of watching this replay, and WN PaperBag, I'm just going to call him PaperBag from now on probably, just the first name is enough I think. He goes for a very interesting build, which I will talk about in a little bit. And we're going to also see how this first engagement goes over here. We have the Eldar versus the Space Marine, and here we have Imperial Guard versus Space Marines. So, we have Space Marines not fighting each other. Very interesting. Well, actually, that doesn't always happen. It looks like we may have the first engagement up here. Yes, the Imperial Guard are forced to run away. Down here we see double Guardian squads advancing on the Tactical Marine with Space Marines coming as backup, running up the Warlock to get into melee mode. Now scouts firing from the background, and the Tech Marine firing down on the Guardians. What are these... what are these Space Marines going to do? And the scouts would look like them to pull back a little bit. They've already lost one unit. He's running around with his tactical squad. What is he going to do with them? He's going to stand there and fire. Let's see the Imperial Guard playing. The Imperial Guard is being forced back. One Sentinel is out. Second Sentinel is on the way. Running in there with the Space Marines to melee down the Guardians. Nice. If he gets in there, he only needs to kill two more units on this squad to get one kill. He's meleeing the Warlock and move out of there. No, he melees another one. Is he gonna be able to get a kill? Yes, he does actually get an early kill for the Guardian squad. Remember, Space Marines do an inordinately large amount of damage immediately compared to some of the other troops. Chaos Space Marines are some of the other ones that can beat them. But it's always wise never to try and melee with your ranged infantry. It doesn't always work out. Now, we do have a double Guardian, double Sentinel for PaperBag. Thunder is going with Scouts, Marine Squad, pretty standard. Protomate going Guardian Squad, Banshee. Second getting another Guardian Squad after he lost his first one. And GHG PureEvil is just getting the Scouts and the Tactical Space Marine Squad. So we've seen pretty standard play for the moment. The only exception I would be calling is PaperBag, sending out two Sentinels. We do see the Banshees down here doing some power harass, but if we go back up here, we see that these double Sentinels are able to back each other up. If one ground pound is used, he's able to go to the other one, and with one victory point for each side, so the ticks are not going anywhere. The Warlock is going down here and captures Power Nade, and it looks like these Howling Banshees will be forced away as the Scouts have been upgraded with the shotgun and being upgraded, being followed up by the Tactical Space Marines and the Tech Marine. We do have a Guardsman's Squad infantry capping and moving on, and here we go. We do see the Tech Marines moving down here. They're going to try and get this point back, so it'll be 2 for the red, 1 for the blue. No, sorry, it'll be, yes, 2 for the red, 1 for the blue. And here we go, these double Sentinels moving out with a third Sentinel coming out, so a triple Sentinel from PaperBag. This is a very interesting build. It's very, very tier 1 powerful against almost any race. It will run into some problems later on, and definitely in Tech level 2 once they get heavy weapons out. But in Tier 1 you can apply a lot of pressure on it, and remember Sentinels can easily be repaired, and they don't allow you to, unless they die, you don't get any command points off them, which can also be another strategy, but it does force you to be very, very heavily invested in T1, therefore not allowing you to put down as many power generators. Up here we have the Apothecary and a few scouts moving along. These scouts have not been upgraded, seeing they're facing IG. It's all ranged combat, except for the Sentinels moving in. We do see some ASMs coming in for PureEvil, and we do see a massive move out down here by Protomate, and it's 2 control points to 1, with the favor going to the blue team at the moment. Double Guardians, not been upgraded, and the Shuriken Cam will provide good covering fire. We do see Sentinels up here getting repaired, obviously always a good idea. Probably wants to move those in now, they're being kind of useless up here. While that cannon was not set up, they had a perfect opportunity to get in there and get a lot of free hits on these ranged units. Top here we do see 1 TAC squad and 1 Apothecary moving in against a Guardian squad. They'll easily be able to repel and push them back, with the scouts going around the background capping all the items. Mats move out with the triple Sentinels, and they're going to go against his ASMs. ASMs aren't that effective against the as the Sentinels, because of this stomp, they will be forced to get out of there, though, because that's a lot of firepower. It's going to go down on those ASMs. He may even lose a unit here pretty soon if he doesn't get out of there. He's sending his guardsmen into melee. Oh, he uses all his stomps right there, and it looks like he lost one unit. But now that one Sentinel is pretty fairly damaged, he will have to pull back. He may pull them back and get back into fire. At the bottom here, we do look so we have ASM's for Thunder coming in and getting rid of that heavily entrenched Shuriken Cannon. And now we see a massive attack. No, he's going to pull back while these Sentinels getting repaired. We don't see any artillery coming up for PaperBag, but we do see PaperBag being the first person to get to Tech level 2, even though he had such a heavy investment into Sentinels. It's very interesting. Both Guardian squads have been upgraded with War Gear upgrade. Badges coming in from the left-hand side, going to force upgrade with these ASMs. This Tac squad is focusing down the Warlock. May not be the best choice of target. We have no suppression on the field for Thunder at the moment. He could really use it right about now. On the top here, the triple Sentinel wheels working out, I guess, the moment as soon as Protomate gets into, GSG PureEvil gets into Tech level 2, he gets a cannon out. Oh, and it looks like he's missed a grenade coming down from himself, getting rid of another Guardian squad again. ASM's going to be forced to fall back, and these scouts are going to move in. They do still have their shotguns, and they're going to do a good number on this Warlock. If they have the shotgun blast available, it looks like they don't, and it's just going to be a firefight from this point. But there we go, the scouts are too quick, so they can just be able to kite that Warlock. These Guardians should really be repairing these Sentinels, and we see it looks like everyone else is moving to Tech level 2, but at the moment, if we look at the resource income, we see the blue team coming in with around 50 power, and the red team coming with 50 power as well. So the power even wreck is definitely in favor of the blue team, though. And it looks like we're doing engagement. Scouts are being forced to pull back, and the Shuriken Cannon is going to set up and create a nice little perimeter up here. Guardians going into the bunker, and at this point, they really don't have anything to deal with entrenched bunker teams. They don't have a flamer, and we do see missile launcher upgrade for 2 of the Sentinels hitting this rock, apparently. Yeah, that's not good. Remember, missile damage is considerable, as we shall see in just a second. Yes, look how much damage that. If he'd gotten that initial volley down already, that squad would have been down. Now he is getting these guardsmen infantry, should have already gotten out of there. He knew it's going to have to do a stomp down. He needs to get the Sentinel out of here really quickly. He should have gotten it out of there before he even got below half health. Remember, because as soon as you get below half health, you need to start worrying about your mechanical units, because they cannot retreat. And these ASMs are just going to jump in here and they're going to attack it. Are they going to jump in front of the Sentinel possibly and killing off? They may be in range to the base turrets. Oh, just out of range base. Do get that first Sentinel down. Probably going to get a stomp in the face. Yes, they do. On the left-hand side here, we do have the Shuriken Cannon is set up. The ASMs will come to jump up there, get it on that Shuriken Cannon. Badges coming in. The Scout Squad in the background going to be able to do a shotgun blast, forcing them away. Yes, now these badges are taking too much damage, and we'll have to get out of there. The ASMs holding down the, forcing down away. The Shuriken Cannon are going to be driven off. The ASMs on the left-hand side are going to do some more power rest. And at this point, it's starting to be a very close game. The blue team does have a considerable victory point lead at the moment, with but it's still only 1 point each. Currently going to turn to 2 points for the blue pretty soon. Down here, you see these ASMs going for some gen harass, forcing the entire army of the Eldar back. Oh yes, and no, those units are going to have to get out of there. Those long-range missiles are actually very, very effective against all forms of infantry. I believe Terminator is the only form of armor that is really effectively nullifies that kind of damage, and 2 Guardian Guardsman squads backing up will be a good amount of damage. They'll have to watch out for those ASMs jumping in there. And do we see upgrades? We do see improved medical equipment for the Apothecary. I wonder if he's going to try and get the armor of the Apothecary later on. He is moving in there to engaging. First stomp, I imagine, is going to come in here. Yes, it does, forcing those guys. He's already treated, so he won't be affected by that slowing effect. Going to try and firepound those. He will not be able to do that. He's going to have to focus down on these Marines. Oh no, and that's just too much firepower from those plasma tactical Marine squad, and PaperBag has lost 2 of his 3 Sentinels, and the 3rd Sentinel goes down. This is going to be a huge, huge hit. If he's very lucky, he may be able to get this squad down, but it's running away too quickly, and the Guardsmen are just not able to put enough firepower down. On the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, we see the ASMs being suppressed by Shuriken, the grenade going down on the Tacs, the ASMs running down here on that ground, Warp Spiders coming out for a Protomate, and it's a very close fault match on the right-hand side here. Tech Marine has been upgraded with the plasma gun and the Artificer's armor. The Inquisitor has been upgraded with the Excursionist, and the Warlock has just been upgraded with the Channeling Runes. We do see a Guardsman squad coming up to cap the center point, where it's 440 versus 240 for the blue. Sorry, I'm talking too quickly again. No. Here we go. Warp Spiders coming in. These Warp Spiders will do a very, very good job against these scouts. They'll just be ripping through that light armor. And it looks like looks like the Tech Marine activated his plasma ability. He's going to quickly whittle away those warp spiders. But now the blue team has really been forced back in a corner, and they've had the victory point counter lead, but now it's maybe turning around. They've been forced back. They've had a lot of losses, but then again, PaperBag only has 2 Guardsman squads. He's getting a Manticore. That's a very interesting tactical decision. For prolonged fights, it could be very easy, but remember that mobile units, especially the Elder, the fastest race in the game, will be easily able to dodge it, so he's going to go against Space Marine. Makes a little bit more sense, but just remember that those Manticores are difficult to use when you don't force your opponents to stay in one location, because the strikes can be easily dodged. But that early triple Sentinel has put him back considerably. But then again, PureEvil has not really made the best advantage of that triple Sentinel build. He needed to really tech earlier, get a Devastator team out with the laser cannon. He would have had a much easier time getting rid of it. It looks like he did just lose his scouts to a Manticore strike, so I stand corrected. The Manticore did just swipe an entire scouts. It looks like these scouts going down. The retreat path is just not quite in the favor of him, just doing pure power down. We do see the Librarian do a good bit of damage to all his units, but we do see the Apothecary healing his troops moving in there. I would definitely like to see the armor of the Apothecary at this point, just because it's so useful at this stage. We do see the vulnerability coming up for the Apothecary. Thunder really needs to get out of here at this point. Oh, he loses his Librarian, another huge loss for the red team. And now it's just looking that there's more stuff on for the blue team here. No, yeah, more stuff. We do see another Manticore strike coming down on top of this strike. I have to eat my words. At this point, that Manticore is definitely paid for itself. Wiping out one squad. This squad is going to maybe wiped as well. Yes, it is wiped as well. And now PureEvil and Thunder both have 1 ASM and 1 TAC squad. At the top here, we do see this squad capping the victory control point. And if we move back to the right-hand side, the Apothecary does go down. At this point, it's really starting to turn hands. The blue team has been able to fend off that attack, but to be honest, at this point, they really need to pull something out of the bag. But they still have the unit advantage at the moment, I would say. PaperBag is still very, very skimpy with just 2 Guardsman squads and 1 Manticore. Even though that Manticore has paid for itself by now, it's going to be difficult to make it forward. PaperBag is going to tech level 3, but is that a good move to have high tech and no units on the field? The only thing in Tech 3 the PaperBag will be able to get is the Mighty Baneblade or Lehman Russ. So is it the correct decision? We will have to wait and find out. ASMs are coming down. Manticore strike on all these Guardians and Wraith Guards, sorry, I do apologize. And we do see the red team now going and taking this victory control point. They've already recaptured the center one, and in the very center we do see the Warlock and a bunch of Howling Banshees in the center, but there won't be enough to hold everything back. The Apothecary coming in, forcing this Guardsman away. Both of these all 3 of these squads, 2 TACs, 2 TACs and 1 ASMs, gonna run towards the center, I would imagine. But at the moment here, we do have some nice power harass going on, but we're gonna have to see the blue team really wipe a couple of squads. Well, actually, no, the red team's going to wipe a couple of squads, especially at Probon. He has a nice, healthy unit composition, but he needs to use it effectively at this point, I fear. ASM's moving against these Guardsmen. They'll have to get out of there pretty quickly. Oh, nice little strike being used. The retreat would have, if they wouldn't have been retreating, that would have knocked the entire unit back. Here we go. The Warlock going to be forced to pull back a little bit. The Howling Banshees are still wailing away at that gem, but they won't be able to go against all these ASMs. Yes, they are getting out of there. They would have had support in just a couple of seconds. On the right-hand side, we do see this TAC squad has been upgraded with the rocket launcher. One's got the plasma guns, and the ASMs have been upgraded with grenade launcher. So it looks like PureEvil is almost anticipating a heavy vehicle play coming from PaperBag, which is definitely not a bad point in this point in the game. Although look at the victory control pointer, it's only 150 for the red and 414 for the blue. The blue has a commanding lead right about now, and it's going to be difficult to come back from that. Although I have to say right now, the red has been able to push back a little bit. That Manticore could come in very useful now if he makes a nice little strike. Does he have anything going on? Apparently not. These guardsman squads have been a crucial lever in just being able to capture all these points along this rim here. We do see a nice little firefight exchange, and this many guardsmen might be able to do a good number on these tactical marines, seeing they have both upgraded plasma cannons. Oh, it looks like I missed a mighty strike there, and it looks like it was most likely a grenade coming down against these guardian squad. And we have a Wraith Lord coming in. There's no real strict AV for Thunder at the moment. Looks like he's calling in. He's only in tech. He's Tech 3, so it's either Terminators or a Venerable Dreadnought. And what is it? It's a Venerable Dreadnought. A Venerable Dreadnought member will be able to beat a Wraith Lord in a 1v1 situation. And with all this backup, he'll easily be able to get there, especially with the Tech Marine tanking the damage. Love to see these Wraith Guard get in there and do some damage. Remember, they have to watch out for the melee combat coming in for the ASMs. And at the top here, we do see these guardsmen chasing away this Apothecary. And that Wraith Lord was just too far for these Wraith Guards. Were not in position. Bad unit use, I have to say there. They just didn't use the units correctly. Needs to get the ASMs. He's going to use the ability of the Venerable Dreadnought to charge in there. Getting a grenade on it, going to stun it by the Warp Spider. There's only 1 out of the 4 left, and at this point, it's the number of units is really starting to even up for both teams. We're just seeing it, and there comes the mighty Beyblade 4 paper bag. So we'll see that in just a little bit on the field. It's going to be interesting how that's going to change the power. It's definitely going to put PureEvil in a very difficult position. He's going to have to get out something at close range, either another squad of ASMs or possibly a last cannon team, or even better yet, a Terminator squad, or call down. Well, he could get a Dreadnought himself, but getting it close enough to the Beyblade is the main problem. And the Warlock is down at the moment. We do see a nice little advance coming up here from Protomate, and setting up his Shuriken Cannon in this street. He needs to get his Warp Spiders in there against this Venerable Dreadnought. But remember, those Venerable Dreadnoughts are so difficult to deal with. They have so much health, good amount of abilities. Setting his Warp Spiders to get grenades on there, then getting some of the Banshees. Yes, now get in there. The Wraith Lord going to back them up. Start shooting at it. It's going to do a good amount of damage. Remember, those artillery. Using the Manticore to push everything back. Well on paperback to have him presence of mind to do it in the center. We do see the Apothecary taking that center node point. Going to see him. Oh, the Warp Spiders are totally, completely annihilated by that Manticore strike. That is a huge pickup for the red team right there. And the blue team really needs to start hunting down that Manticore, to be honest. It's done so much damage, and it's not always used, but you can definitely see when a Manticore is used properly, it has so much damage capability. Tech Marine coming down here, repair the Venerable Dreadnought. We do see the ASMs jumping in there and everything. Those Wraith Guard are not able to do, and oh, they are able to just push out enough damage, and the entire Howling Banshees section does go down. Gonna force Prozone back all the way. This is just not looking fair anymore, and that Dreadnought is just gonna go ahead and smash that cannon. It probably will take out it. Yes, and the squad does go down. I would have to say this game is massively in favor for the red right about now, even though they have 1 victory control point, just the sheer amount of units they have on the field. It is 2 VC versus 1 VC at the moment, but that will easily change pretty soon. We do see some stealth stormtroopers going around the back here, just going to cap that node and get rid of it. We do see some Terminators coming down for Thunder. It's going to be a great combination. You may want to consider putting down a heavy bolter turret just to give him suppression if he doesn't have any already. But Prozone doesn't have enough units to make a push against that. He simply doesn't have enough stuff, and the mighty Baneblade is on the field already. And oh wow, just 1 tac squad on the field at the moment. The leader has just been summoned. He's will he use the main cannon? Looks like he's gonna root them down, then use the main cannon. Yes, he does, and that entire squad is gonna get wiped in just 1 hit. Oh no, that is horrible. No, the Apothecary looks like he healed them up just enough time to get them out of there. Very lucky. Only the leader survived. That's going to cost a huge amount of resources to replace. And now Beyblade is going to definitely control that center node. He's definitely have to watch out for anything else coming in. But the Wraith Warriors have been able to push up, but they've just not been able to keep this node in position with the ASMs on that top ledge here. Would probably be the best place for them to let them heal up and not be any front line of combat until they're really called for. And we do see the Guardsman squad just going around capping items. Definitely a good prospect, and the scores are now really very much evening up. We see the blue team still has double the amount of points of the red. ASM's going in here, gonna be suppressed again as soon as that shuriken cannon gets in there. But oh no, they're being run off, and they're already on top of the shuriken cannon with that Venomable Dreadnought behind, and there's nothing the LR player can do at the moment. He will just have to force back. He has already lost his hero here. And now PureEvil he knows the Baneblade is on the field. He knows what it's cost him. He is saving up a lot of wreck. Both Burname and PureEvil have got a good amount of wreck on the field, but it's going to be interesting how they're going to come back for it, as there's now a 3-cap in the favor of the red. This bottom position here looks like they're going to double team the bottom here with the 2 attacks coming in, with rocket launcher upgrades, trying to get rid of that Venomable Dreadnought. Definitely not a bad choice at all. With the Terminators coming in here, it's going to be difficult to do, and they're shooting the rocket launchers at the Terminators. Oh no, the Manticore Strike coming in the background, possibly not the best location, but it's difficult to aim those things in the future, and the Dreadnought coming in here is definitely going to take these attacks just with the AoE ability. It's just going to wreck day. Oh no, we do see an attack coming called in, but to be honest, it won't be able to do all that much. There's just not enough stuff here. With that Venomable Dreadnought just going around crushing items, and that Shuriken Cannon may go down. One more hit will do it. Does he get the hit in? He looks like he will. Yes, he does. Going up against that Wraith Guard, and Wraith Guard, they will have to pull back. We do see a Bane Wolf coming in, and the Bane Wolf is just doing a little bit of power harass. PureEvil looks like it's going to be forced to pull back, and the aggressive GG has been called by Thunder. So we'll have to see how that one comes out. PureEvil does reply, yeah, almost conceding the fact they do continue to play for a little bit, but the looks of it, because they have not exited the game yet, is still 163 in favor of the blue, but it's a 3-cap going on now for the red, so the blue will have to work very hard to come back. But with his mighty Baneblade in the center, it's going to be difficult to really get anything against it. We do see a Terminator squad coming out for PureEvil. If they get in close range of that Baneblade and nothing is supporting it, it will go down. And the double tax with a missile launcher will not hurt either, I have to admit. But he probably needs to pull back until that Baneblade gets in there, and it looks like he's just not doing that. ASM's running in there, double rocket launcher on the Bane Wolf front line. He's gonna have to pull back, but he needs to get this infantry in these bunkers here. Why is he not getting them in the bunkers? Massive Manticore Strike coming down. Oh wow! And now with the cannon from the Baneblade coming in, that just wiped half of PureEvil's forces out in one hit. One devastating hit. That was very impressive. Now coming in with the ASMs and the Terminator squad, gonna start healing those Terminators. And there's still 3 models out, 3 models left. The units left, 4 units on the assault squads left. But now that they're in close combat range, the only thing that can really fire on them is his Bane Wolf and the main machine guns of the Baneblade. It doesn't have its ability to use its main weapons, and the Wraith Guard coming in here. Oh, remember, those Wraith Guard will do friendly fire, but those Terminators are doing a good number on that Baneblade. I've already got it down nearly to half health, and if the Baneblade does go down, the blue team may have a chance to get back into this, because that's so much wreck wasted. And with those Terminators and the ASMs going and putting a grenade on it, they may get it down. Ace is going down, trying to use the Manticore Strike back to force them all back, healing all the Terminators going down, and these Wraith Guard almost all go down. There's one left. Will he retreat? It looks like it's only the Warlock pulling back, yes, but that Baneblade will go down. Oh no, the reinforcements are just too late, and that may cost them the game, but it is now 1 cap each with that Baneblade gone in the center. It's a massive pickup for the blue team, and if they continue to push right now and get rid of that Venomable Dreadnought, they'll be in such a dominating position. The Dreadnought is level 4, so it has a massive amount of health at this moment. So they may be able to pull back, but it's going to be difficult with these Terminators here as well. And at the bottom here, we still see it's 2 for the blue now, 1 for the red, taking the central control node. And we do see the Tech Marine level is level 10, the Inquisitor is level 5, the Apothecary is level 4, and the Warlock is level 3. And we do see a Land Raider Redeemer coming out for Thunder. Interesting unit choice. I almost think Maybe another frontline unit may be better, but he may just wants to get a giant tank just to tank, essentially, to really be able to force that damage away. We do have a Brightlands team coming out for Pronane. I guess he wanted to probably use it against that Venerable Dreadnought and the Baneblade at the right time, but at the moment it's still a 2-0 cap, and they may not be able to do anything. I don't really agree with these Banshees running in right here. I know they're getting desperate, but if he loses the squad, which looks like he is going to, they just cost himself more than that. And then the ASMs jump on top of the Brightlands team, gonna force him to get out of there if he wants to even try to keep it, but it may not even matter. It's 8 points to 98, and it looks like the good game is going to be here any seconds. Terminator's coming in, and the game is over. Well played the red team, well played the blue team. I would have to say that early triple Sentinel play, very interesting, and thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.